Okay. Can you tell me what part am I pointing of the plant? What part is this?
Roots.
Roots. And what about this?
The leaves.
Leaves. And this?
Flowers.
Flowers. Okay. Here you can see the seed is getting converted into something. The seed gets converted into a
Leaf.
the seed. The seed gets converted into what?
Flower.
No, not the flower. What else?
Sorry, ma'am. Fruit.
Fruit. Okay. What is this green portion over here?
Ma'am. Ma'am, I don't know.
It's called the bud. Okay. Now you can see that in between the this is the shoot, right? Starting point of the plant. So between the starting point and the ending point of the plant, the portion in between is known as
Stem.
no, it's called as node or internode. Okay. Yeah, this portion is the stem. All right. Know this word, node or internode. All right. So here the starting point of the root is called as primary root. And the ending portion is called the secondary root. And this together makes the root system. And this whole system is called as the shoot system. Am I clear? So these are the different edible parts of the plant. Now fruits, tell me examples of fruits.
Ma'am, like apple, oranges, mangoes.
Okay. Where is your camera? Why haven't you turned your camera on?
Ma'am, 1 minute, I'll turn it on.
Yeah. Yeah, even answer the question also.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me examples of fruits.
Ma'am, fruits.
Yes. 1 minute, 1 minute. Yeah, Advika, tell me examples of fruits.
Like apple, mangoes, oranges, kiwi.
Okay. Okay. What about the stems? Tell me edible parts of the stems. What are the stems when it gets converted into an edible part? Give me an examples of vegetables.
Ma'am, like cauliflowers.
Cauliflowers are stems?
No.
Think. Take your time. We get mushroom, we get turmeric, right? So all those are stems. Okay, examples of stems. I'll just write it here. Okay, the edible parts that we get from the stem. So you get mushroom. You also get turmeric. Okay. Now you know the potato, right? Which part of the plant is the potato from?
I'm from the stem.
From the stem? Sure.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What about onion?
Ma'am, like the spring onions.
The spring onions.
Ma'am, from the root.
Okay. There is another name for onion. Do you know what that is?
No, ma'am.
Okay, it's called bulb. Okay. It's called an onion is also known as a bulb. All right. So it is like it has a fleshy leaf. You're very much aware. This looks like an onion. And you have the stem portion, which this part is used as for spring onions. Okay. So
Okay.
these are the different parts of the plant from which we get fruits and vegetables for which is edible for eating. All right.
Yes.
So we've already seen two important components from which we get the fruits and fruits, vegetable. Apart from that, the other food that we get from is from plants and from animals. Right. Now we just saw in detail about the plants and what and all we get from them. We get rice, we get dal, and many other things. Now let's focus on animals. Tell me what are the components that you get from animals?
Ma'am, like the dairy product that we get from the milk,
Okay, dairy products.
muttons.
That can be said as meat, right?
Yes.
Then
Ma'am, like from the animals we get the wool.
I'm asking about food only.
Sorry, ma'am. Ma'am, it's till that.
We even get egg, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this dairy products, what are the dairy products that we get? We
Like
get milk, which is again converted into butter, we get curd. So these are the dairy products, right? Cheese and many more. What about meat? You have chicken,
yes, ma'am.
mutton, and everything. Egg we get from the birds,
Yes.
right? So instead of saying birds, you have another term which is known as poultry. What is it called as?
Poultry.
Poultry. So you can see in certain places they grow these hens and chickens in a big farm and they collect these eggs. Okay. So this is known as poultry farming. All right. Poultry farming is growing of poultry. Poultry is nothing but birds. Birds are known as poultry. Okay. Whereas you look at this meat, or apart from meat, the dairy products, you have big farms from which you get milk from the cow, right? So
Yes,
that is the animals that we get these products is basically called as cattle. Since we are growing cattle, that is the cows, and we're getting milk from them, it is known as cattle farming. Okay. So what are the two types of farming you saw right now?
poultry farming and cattle farming.
Very good. So apart from dairy products, meat and egg, you have another thing that you get. What is it? What do you get in the ocean?
Ma'am, the fishes, the seafood.
Fish or seafood, right? So growing of fishes, even in certain places, they grow the fishes, fresh fishes for food, other than just catching them, from 1 minute. Okay, so in certain areas, what they have is they have a whole pool. Okay, like they have a whole pool,
Pond.
basically a pond, yeah. And inside the pond, you have different kinds of fishes that is being grown. Okay, so this is known as fishery. Okay, or it's known as marine culture. All right, so these are the different components that we get from the animals. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
so What else do you know about food? So what do these animals eat? So do you have a cattle or a pet that you take care of, like a dog, cat, buffalo, or a goat? Do you have any pet at home?
Yes, ma'am.
What pet do you have?
It's a parrot.
What does the parrot eat?
Ma'am, like the seeds.
Seeds and everything. Okay. Seeds and all you're getting from what?
Ma'am, from the plants.
From the plants, right? Whereas I have a cat at home. The cat eats chicken only. Okay. Chicken is from
From the animals.
the animals. Now we clearly saw cattle farming and we saw poultry farming. Now we'll just classify them. Okay. What are the animals that come under cattle farming?
Ma'am, like cows,
Cows.
goat,
Goat is cattle. Okay.
buffaloes,
Buffaloes. Okay. What about poultry?
like we can like the hen,
Okay.
hen,
Devasmita, turn your camera on. Hen. You have ducks.
yes,
Okay. These are just the random classification of animals. Okay. So what does this cows eat?
ma'am, the grasses. It depends upon the plants.
Okay. Does it eat only grass? Can you give chicken for cow?
No, ma'am.
Why no? It is an animal only. No, why can't it eat?
Because it is like it is only dependent upon the plants.
Very good. It's only dependent upon plants. What about goat?
Ma'am, so the plants.
Okay. We can't give chicken to goat.
No, ma'am.
Okay. What about buffalo?
Only the plants.
Okay. Plants. Chicken.
Plants.
Think carefully.
No, ma'am. It depends upon the insects also.
Okay. It eats insects also. Okay. Then. So it
The
eats plants and animals, right?
yes, ma'am.
Just give me 1 minute. Hello? What?
Yes,
No,
ma'am.
no, no, I'm in the middle of the class. Can I call you later? Okay, okay, okay. Okay, okay. Bye. All right. What about ducks?
Ma'am, like it fishes.
Ducks eat fishes.
Sorry, ma'am. It like goose eats it.
Goose eats fishes, so ducks don't eat fishes. If I say something, you'll say no. They eat, okay. So they eat animals. Ducks don't eat plants. Okay. So are you sure the ducks don't eat plants? Or do they eat plants?
Ma'am, I don't know. Like on the seeds also they are dependent.
Yeah, so animals and plants again. Okay. So you can see completely over here. Okay, now what about other generally what about other animals like tiger, lion? What do they eat?
Ma'am, these all eats the flesh. They are
So the animal.
carnivore.
They're called what?
Carnivorous.
Carnivores. Very good. So the ones that completely depend on the animals are known as
Carnivorous.
Carnivores. And the ones that completely depend on plants and animals both together are known as
Omnivorous.
omnivores. And the ones that depend only on plants are known as
Herbivorous.
herbivores. All right. These are the important classification of animals based on what they eat.
Ma'am, your screen is not visible.
It's not visible. 1 minute. No, I am sharing my screen. Is it visible? Advika, can you see this? Can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I think your connectivity is wrong.
Okay, ma'am.
So check again. So these are the classification of animals based on what they eat. Okay. So what else do we get from the animals? Apart from dairy products, meat, egg, okay, ma'am, fish. What else do we get from the plants? Okay, now this is the animals. Now from the plants we'll talk about. Tell me of the products we get from plants.
Ma'am, like the aloe vera, few people like they'll eat, make the juice and they'll eat, drink.
Okay, I don't want it separately like aloe vera. I want it like a category, like fruits, vegetables, like that. What else we get? What else do we get?
Ma'am, like from a type of a plant, like it is there, when we'll break its stem, so a white type of milk will come out of it.
I'm asking about only food, ma. I want only food, not anything else. We get fruits, vegetables, we get cereals, we get pulses.
We
Why
get
are you telling all these? We get medicine, we get honey, that is nectar. Honey is from plants or is it from animals?
Yes, ma'am, flowers.
Flowers. So you know that the honey that we get from honeybee, that is the bee is getting it from the plants. Okay, so nectar. This honey that we get from plants is known as nectar. All right. The one that we get from plants, the honey that we get is known as nectar. Now, you know, I already told you earlier, certain parts of the plant is edible, that is the stem and the root and the leaves. You know, mint leaves, curry leaf, and everything is edible, right? We can eat them.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
you know, stems such as potato and all, you can eat them. Okay. Roots like radish, carrot, and all, you can eat them. Fruits and all, you can eat them. So these are the edible parts of the plant. So the parts of the plant that we can eat are known as edible parts.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So now let's look at a seed structure. Now you very much know, first you will sow the seed. The seed will convert into a what?
A little baby plant.
Okay, which is called a shoot. Then
A plant.
okay, a plant. Then the fruit. Right. So this is how it will develop. So now let's look at the parts of a seed, like how a seed looks like. Okay. Firstly, a seed looks like a little kidney. This is how a seed looks like. Okay. And you have a layer for the seed. Okay, and you have a small growing shoot portion.
That is a leaf.
Yeah, that is something that grows inside. Okay, almost half inside, half outside. Okay, and you have a portion like this. And do that portion in red so you guys can differentiate. All right. So this portion, this like this, there is another part. Like wait. Okay, so you have another portion like this. Here also.
Like when we'll open it.
Yeah, inside a fruit you can see seeds like this. So these two parts are known as cotyledons. Okay, and this small shoot kind of thing that is growing is known as a epicotyl. Say it, what is it called as?
Epicotyl.
Epicotyl. This another layer on the seed is known as a seed coat. It's like a coat that covers a seed. Okay, and this opening region is called as a radicle. Okay, and just above, this is the epicotyl, and just below the epicotyl here, this region is known as a hypocotyl. Sorry. Or hypocotyl. Okay, and this whole thing together is known as a embryo, that is the baby. Okay, so from the seed only all the fruit and everything will grow. So this is the basic structure of a seed. So we have the start portion, that is a epicotyl. Below the epicotyl you have the hypocotyl. Then you have a covering for the seed which is known as a seed coat, and these two parts of the seed is known as cotyledon. This is cotyledon is rich in starch. Okay, this is where all the food is stored. Okay, in the cotyledon. So then you have the radicle. From the radicle only the plant will grow. All right, so you can note it down in your notes. Okay, note it down in your notes. I'll give you 2 questions for homework. Note down that question also. Next class I'll be asking. I don't want the same example I told. I want different example. Okay, this is one of the questions that you will be
Ma'am,
having to. Yeah, tell me.
ma'am, how many we need to mention?
Mention 2 each. Okay. Note this down. Let me know if you're done noting it down.
Yes, ma'am.
I want examples for omnivores, carnivores, and herbivores to each.
Done, ma'am.
Okay, all right. So, any doubts you had so far? Whatever I thought,
No, ma'am.
was it clear?
Yes, ma'am. Everything is clear.
Okay, and for the students who weren't present when I was teaching the parts of the seed, I'll just brush up. Please listen carefully. So these are the two parts. Sorry, these are the different parts of the seed. You know that when you put a seed in the soil, it grows into a small shoot, and then it grows into a plant, and then it grows into a fruit. Okay, before growing into a shoot, it is a baby that is called as an embryo. Okay, the embryo will develop into the plant and the fruit. Now, this is an embryo structure. An embryo is nothing but a seed. So embryo and seed is both the same thing. Okay, so in the seed you have two kidney shaped parts, which is called as cotyledons. Okay, please note it down in a note. These two parts are known as cotyledons. So these cotyledons are covered with a layer which you can see outside, which is known as the seed coat. Okay, so what will happen? A small shoot portion will start growing, which helps in growing of the rest of the plant. That small shoot portion is known as the hypocotyl. Okay, from the hypocotyl, the epicotyl develops. Hypocotyl is different, epicotyl is different. Hypocotyl is the region below the epicotyl. Above the hypocotyl, you have the epicotyl over here. Okay, so below the epicotyl and the hypocotyl, you have like a root kind of thing over here, a long thing over here. That is a radicle. The radicle only here, the whole plant will emerge. Okay, that is a radicle. So these are the different parts of the seed. Now, apart from this, these are the homeworks that I've given you, which I'll be checking next class. Hope you guys noted it down. Have all of you noted it down?
Ma'am, can you show me a seed structure?
Why is she the only one who's answering? Have you guys noted it down? Please tell me. Have you noted all this? Class? Dibasmita? Why can't you answer? Have you noted it down? Okay, never mind. Advika, if you're done, you can let me know.
Yes, ma'am. I'll let you. Ma'am, it's done.
Okay. Okay, class. I hope you don't have any doubt. If there's any
Ma'am?
doubt, please, tell me.
Ma'am, someone post the message in the chat as no, ma'am.
Okay, all right. Okay, Devasmita. Fine. If there's any doubt, you can be, just feel free to just text me on WhatsApp. I'm there in the group. You can ask your parent to assist you. You can text me if you have any doubt. And every class, you all will be given questions, as I told you earlier. And this is the major thing that I've covered. And with this, we're actually done with the question, like done with the whole lesson. This is a small lesson only. Next class, I'll be asking you questions of whatever I taught today. Okay. Okay, I'll see you day after tomorrow. That is, I'll see you on Monday, I think. Okay, I'll see you in next class. Bye.
Bye, ma'am.